As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Mrs. Sassy asked me this, right? She's like, "Why did you pick Goodfellas?" And I was like, "Well, because as much as I love The Godfather, right, probably the best movie ever made, or at least in my opinion, something about Goodfellas, the grittiness and the realism, how it takes me back to where I grew up, family members, certain people that I've known in my life, you know."
Yeah. You want to describe those people?
Yeah, and it's just something about how Scorsese did this. It's almost like watching a documentary instead of a freaking movie. It's unbelievable.
It really is. Henry Hill is not the type of main character that, I don't know. He is obviously the driving force of the narrative, but it's really shot and put together as more of a documentary about the lifestyle in general instead of Henry Hill's life, really.
Yeah.
It's very uniquely done. It's something that is taken for granted now, but audiences never saw something like this before. Their ideas of like the mob culture and mafia lifestyle was what The Godfather was, and before that, like Public Enemy and Scarface, the 30s version and stuff like that.
Right.
So this is actually a film that brings the realism to it. This is actually how mob guys lived. It wasn't in these fancy mansions or anything like that. It was, they really did treat it as blue collar work.
What do you do?
What?
What do you do?
I'm in construction.
They thought they were hard workers. They just did things a little bit different, you know?
Not glamorized at all. And they show you how these people could be so friendly, polite, and loving, and then on a dime just turn into absolute psychopaths and murderers. And it's just their persona, but that's part of their ego, right? They can take what they want. They want to take control over the power, and they know they can, especially back then when this movie was made, like in that time frame when the movie takes place.
This is pretty much when Giuliani was starting to clean up the mob in New York and stuff like that. But they were still alive and well. I think this was post Gotti getting arrested, but yeah, my dad never really liked Gotti. He said he talked too much.
Yeah, he had a big mouth, that guy.
He was like, yeah, that guy, he's got a big mouth.
Big mouth, and he liked to wear the $2,000 suits. Probably not good for a mob boss.
No, not usually. Not usually.
Being on Time magazine is not a positive for a mob boss. Just saying. But yeah, this is I love how, because you're observing this from Henry's as a kid, from his eyes, like up in his window. Yeah. So I love the shot here, because this is how and growing up in New York, this is what it used to be. Like everything was outside your window, but everybody lives close together. But this is what I would see in my neighborhood where I grew up. And down at the corner cafe, the Italian guys standing around doing this bullshit. And so this is very reminiscent. Yeah.
Yeah. They sit out all day outside of the stores and smoke cigarettes and drink
social
coffee.
Clubs, the quote unquote social clubs. And there you go.
There he is.
There he is. Look at the perfect shot.
Yeah. He ain't moving for shit.
No. I like how they're all standing around like with their shirts off, but they have the suspenders over their nipples, half of them.
Dude, as many old guys in my family have that look. Holy shit. My God, I thought that was like dress code for the longest time for family dinners and stuff.
But this movie makes me hungry every time. Just any time.
Oh my God, yes.
God, watching the food in these movies makes me nuts, because I just want to jump through the TV, especially when they're later on when they're eating at Paulie's house I mean, it's eating Italian sausage here. It's like, come on.
Yeah. When Henry gets out of jail for the first time, I believe they have this really nice shot of just peppers and sausage with sauce.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It's my favorite, one of my favorite meals: sausage and peppers, and the semolina bread, and just mixing it all. Oh my God! So I'm not even worried about what's going on in the scene. I'm just looking at the fucking food. That's a fatty.
I almost made a whole just like food compilation from the.
What's up with
just watch the food?
Yeah. We should do. Yeah, we should have cut a compilation of food in this movie.
Food slideshow. And
here's a 30-minute compilation of the food in Goodfellas.
Anyway, you know what reminds me? I need this knife. I'm gonna take this. It's okay?
Okay, yeah.
I just need to pull
bring
it
it
up.
back, though. You know.
The paw, the hoof got caught in that grill. I gotta hack it off.
Ooh.